Thank you so much for tuning in to Awakening with Katina Love. We are a conscious talk show about self empowerment, the law of attraction, creating financial abundance, and natural health. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Awakening with Katina Love. Our special guest today is my good friend Joy Malone, who introduced me to essential oils quite a few years ago. So grateful for that. So you guessed it, today we're going to talk about essential oils, Joy's journey with essential oils. Welcome, Joy. How are ya?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for the invite.
You're so welcome. So I'm so excited to talk about your journey today about with essential oils, how they've helped you over the years, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So how
Wonderful.
did you discover essential oils?
Well, initially, I did like what everyone else did. I was looking at the oils at the grocery store, at the health food store, and I was wondering where were these oils that are mentioned in those ancient scriptures.
Mm,
So being connected with a mother that's really big on self improvement, and I'm the oldest of 9 children. She just up and traveled and disappeared for about 3 weeks, and we're like, where in the world did she go to? Why to Utah? And about oils, what is up on these oils? So I
mm-hmm.
had a vision. I saw her coming back just on fire about these oils, and I made up my mind at that moment that I had to be a part of a world leader in
Mm-hmm.
essential oils.
Well,
So
that is amazing. I'm so
yes,
grateful that your
yes,
mom took the time to go learn about the oils and teach you about the oils because you guys are pioneers. I'm just going to tell you, you are pioneers in not only the natural health community, but in essential oils. And I tell everybody, if you know the Malones, you know about essential oils.
that's about how it goes too. So me and her both have been a part of Young Living. It's been 12 years,
Wow.
12 phenomenal years. I've
Wow.
gone to 9 of the essential oil conferences that they've had at either Utah or around the country. I've gone to the farm several times in Ecuador. I've been to the farm in Mona, Utah, and also in St. Mary's, Idaho, and Napa, Idaho, and had an opportunity to participate in the planting, the watering, the distillation process of
Wow.
various plants. And wow, talking about feeling jovial, high,
Oh my
wonderful,
God.
vibrant. Everyone loves each other, and it's just such
Hmm.
a beautiful moment. You feel so connected with each other.
That is amazing. That is amazing. You know, I have
Yes.
yet to go to a Young Living convention. I still look forward to doing that and being able to go to the farm and, do some of the work and volunteer and just stay out there and hang out for a few days because I know it's life transforming to be in that energy and to be connected to Mother Earth and to be part of this movement, to help people to raise the vibration and let people know that there are so many wonderful and valuable things from Mother Earth that are good for our wellness. So I'm so grateful. And you are
Yeah.
actually the one that introduced me to essential oils. I remember the exact day I think I was leaving and you were coming at the Alternative Health Center on Ballinger Road in Flint.
Yeah.
And you told me about the oils right then and there. And I was like, wow. That was back in 2012. And
Yeah.
so
Wow.
ever since then, I've been using these oils and they have just been wonderful. They're part of my everyday regimen now. It's part of my lifestyle. And I just want to say that I'm very grateful for you and your mom and the whole, Young Living community and family for providing these wonderful, I call them liquid gold, little bottles that are just here to help us out. So I was
Exactly.
just so grateful. I mean, there's so many things that they've helped me with, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I can remember when I got my first oil kit and I needed some help with my thyroid. And I started using Valor. and I rubbed it on there every day for 2 weeks. And intuitively, I just knew to use that oil. I didn't like it at first, the smell, but then over time it got better. And then I embraced it. And then now I love it. It's one of my favorite oils now. And it actually helped me to balance my thyroid. And so I'm just grateful. I'm
Wow.
just going to name a couple other ones. Sacred Angel. You remember when you
Oh.
gave me a bottle of that?
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh
Sacred
man,
angel.
I just had so many wonderful dreams when I started using that oil. And not only that, but it helped me on a deeper level, like emotionally. Like there was some
Yes.
stuff there going on with me that I wasn't aware of that I was
Yes.
able to release. And I noticed when I started using that oil that's what happened, along
Yeah.
with my prayer and meditation. But it was like right around that time when I was using that oil, all these things started like coming up and I was able to release them and just kind of get on with my life. But
Right.
I'm just grateful. Thank you for introducing me to the oils.
Oh yeah, definitely. It had been such a wonderful experience in my own, and I always looked at the importance of sowing it forward, being a blessing to other people's lives, because what you give is what you receive back. And I give you a 12 oils of the ancient scripture too.
Yes, you did. You gifted me a set of those 12 oils of ancient scriptures. You absolutely did. I am so grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right
you're
before
welcome.
you were getting ready to move, it was like our parting gift.
Yep, yep, that's what it was. I was giving out gifts as I was making my exit to go and live in the mountains of the state
Yes.
of Washington and live off the earth for a couple years and just commune in nature, sitting up on those big old mountain peaks and wow, just waking up to the sun coming over the mountains and looking at the valleys and
Wow.
drinking that fresh mountain water, putting my oils on, sitting on top of the motorhome, meditating. Oh,
Wow.
you talking about feeling exhilarated.
Oh
Oh,
my
such an
goodness.
exhilarating experience.
I know being in that fresh energy and right there with the mountains. Wow.
Yes,
That is just
yes,
beautiful.
it was. And then the smell of the fresh pine
Mm,
trees in the air was like none other. And
wow.
all the fresh vegetation that's around, and with that fresh, wood fire burning, and then putting those
Mhm.
oils on and putting the oils in the food and eating, and you just felt so reconnected in a way that's beyond human comprehension unless you actually just break away from the busyness of life and create the moment
Yeah.
of quietness. That's just to quiet your spirit in a way that's so beautiful.
Isn't that just amazing?
Yes.
Wow. So the 12 oils of ancient scriptures. I kept those oils for a few years. I tried to stretch it out and kind of save them and because I literally treated them like they're sacred oils
Yeah.
that they were.
Yes. Yes.
And those oils were just amazing. Just I'm just trying to remember like the name of some of them. I know cedarwood was in there,
Right.
sandalwood. I don't remember the other ones, but they were
They had
amazing.
that, yep. And then they had cypress, they have
Cypress.
frankincense, myrrh, aloes, which is a cedarwood. I mean, not cedarwood, I'm sorry, sandalwood,
Mhm.
and oncha, cassia. Cassia is like a cinnamon
Oh,
oil.
yeah.
And uh, there's a couple of them that I don't have them all in front of me right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. That's
But
good.
they were all so wonderful and renewing. And one of the
Yes.
things I love to do is to open up every single one of those bottles together and just breathe them all in at the same time. And you have a euphoric feeling that comes out all over you. You just feel so connected to the universe and with clarity and with vision. It enhances your thought patterns where whatever was holding you back, you began to move forward. You began to experience doors opening in a way that you didn't even know that doors were even there.
Wow.
Opportunities began to open up to you as you set your intention. And that's one of the things I loved about these oils is as you set your intention, like just before coming on, I open up highest potential,
Mm,
inspiration, magnify your purpose, believe, and just bask in that aroma to
yeah.
allow it to saturate and connect with the energy and to move forward with that. And I tend to do that quite a bit when it comes down to setting my intention for the next stage, because what that does is as you breathe in those therapeutic grade essential oils and you wave the oils over your aura, you draw in that which you have set your heart, that's a higher vibrational energy, to
Mhm.
come into your life. And those things that which are of a lower vibrational energy begin to leave your life little bit by little bit. If it's not going to serve you,
Right.
it cannot stay in the same spot. It has to go. And I love that because it has like a sweeping effect. You know, like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
think, that they can come in and they want to interfere with your growth. Like, a man who you may think that's supposed to be in your space, but if his vibrational energy does not match with your vibrational energy,
Yeah.
he can only be there but for a moment, and then
Mhm.
he begins to fade out because
Right.
he's, otherwise you energetically not realizing you're like lowering yourself to where he's at, and because he doesn't want to come up where you're at, he has to exit. So
Right.
what you do is you thank him for coming, and
Mhm.
you thank him for leaving, and just
Right.
and you just be grateful for the lesson and look for the key lesson that you're supposed to learn from the experience. And then you take release, and you release and let all that go. And if you have any kind of emotional struggle with having allowed that man to come in, and who knows what have you encountered and you've encountered inside that relationship, but always use forgiveness so you can forgive yourself and you forgive him, because he just came in, he was just a facilitator
Right.
to help build you to become an even stronger woman than what you were before, the day before.
Right.
So, and then when he shows up, you just look at him and say, "Hey, you're old news now, honey. You just keep on stepping.
Just keep it moving,
I'm,
right?
I'm on, I'm on to higher and better things now. Thank you for
Yeah.
all that you have done." And I tell you, it's been a beautiful thing because we had to choose not to allow ourselves to get lost in
On
what are
this journey.
temporal yes,
Yes.
temporal situations, and not to allow ourselves to go gray, worrying and stressing over things that are sometimes are beyond our control. We just had to step away from it. And the therapeutic grade essential oils really help you. They give you the strength, like valor gives you the strength to cut the cord,
Mhm.
so that way you don't have to continue to repeat the process or draw that same kind of personality back into your electromagnetic field. And that's the key thing, is you want to shift and change your magnetic field. So because that's what we are, we're living magnets. That which we put
Yes.
out, that's what we draw to ourselves. And so with the oils help you magnify your vibrational energy to such a higher degree that anything that's of a lower vibrational energy,
Mhm.
it just cannot attract itself to you, and you're not going to be attracted to it. It will be repulsive to
Right.
you. Yeah, like, yeah, which
That
is a
is
wonderful
amazing.
thing. Yeah, yeah,
That's very deep. I mean, the average person that, this is a metaphysical talk show. So, where our listeners can relate to that, but that is very deep. We don't realize how the oils helps us on a deeper level. It's not just physical, it's not just for aromatherapy, but they actually go into our blood cells, into the cells of our body, and helps to release and restore and rejuvenate and build up, and it's on a spiritual level, and they're just amazing.
yes, we are. I totally agree. 1,000%. It's amazing as you begin to just connect with the energy. And we're already connected anyway, but what the therapeutic grade essential oils, because each oil comes from a plant. Each
Mhm.
plant has a vibrational frequency, a signature.
Mhm.
And as you begin to connect with that signature, it raises your signature inside your body. And sometimes you do come across oils that, like for me, for instance, when I first got into Young Living, back in about, I got in 2005. In 2006, I went to my first convention, and a lady who was my upline was in the same room with me, and she opened up this bottle, and oh my goodness, it smelled so horrible. I was like, what in the world is that? Oh, it was so repulsive. I was like, I wish you would just close the bottle. But instinctively, it was like, I need to ask her, what did she just open?
Yeah.
So she told me that she opened a bottle of Trauma Life. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, Trauma Life. Oh, I need that because of the traumas that I had endured as a child and growing up and being
Mhm.
married. And I got that bottle and I began to breathe it in. And by the third time, the smell of the oil changed. And ever
Wow.
since then, it smells good to me. So that what happened was the energetic matrix that was connected to the experience
Mhm.
no longer reside in the subconscious mind no more. It wasn't subconsciously steering me where I was feeling fearful about things or holding back because of the different things I had encountered. So by embracing the trauma life, and then next I did the inner child because the inner child needed to be restored, and then peace and calming that helped with my anxiety and my paranoia. I would get paranoid and get really scared. And the joy using those four oils, and it didn't take very long. I
Wow.
would say within the first time I used that combination, I felt good. And once I began to feel good, I began to use them for my children, for Ashley and Alexis and Erica and Eric and Kiki, because they
Mhm.
too had endured some traumas. And they all became different children after I
Wow.
began to use the oils with them.
So I want to call them magical oils.
Right, I know,
That's
right?
another word for them, right?
Right? They're like little magic potions.
Right.
Here, smell this.
Yeah, what are some more benefits of the oils?
Well, another really wonderful thing I love about them is that they bring abundance. And
Mhm.
there's different combinations, like they have finance, they have magnify your purpose, highest, well, of course, I already said that about the highest potential,
Mhm.
but living your passion and building your dream abundantly. And that's what the beautiful thing is. As you use those therapeutic grade oils in a sentence or a paragraph, and you believe and see that these things are going to come to pass in
Mhm.
your life because they are good things that are going to help open up additional doors of opportunity. And it cuts down the time frame for those things to manifest in your life. So,
Wow.
which is has been phenomenal. It's um, experiencing that on a consistent basis. One of my good friends, she was just here from Michigan. She was here for about 3 weeks, and she told me, she said, "Joy, I haven't seen someone manifest so quickly on a consistent basis. You set the intention, and wow, something's coming like right away." And I told her, I said, well, it comes from constantly putting out into the universe on a consistent basis, like a chain link that's
Mhm.
similar. Because if you're putting out there, oh, I want to be in California, I want to be here, I want to be there, the universe picks it up, but it's going to take you where you are, where you're desiring the most at that moment, which is
Mhm.
maybe don't, you just want to enjoy where you're at for the moment
I get
until
that.
once that additional door opens up, and then you can slide through the door to your next destination.
That
And
is
I've experienced
beautiful.
that. Yeah, yeah. So it's all about timing and what's perfect and what needs to be moved out and what needs to be to connect you onto that bridge. When the bridge is created, then you can cross over the bridge. And that's what the oils do. The oils help create the bridge. So
That is just amazing. I was just thinking about one of the events that we did together over by my college. Where you came in and you opened up the oils, and all of us ladies were sitting in a circle, and you were just doing your thing. you're you're
Yes.
pouring the oils on top of your head. You like did this whole like little ritual, and I could just feel your beautiful goddess energy, and that just lingered for weeks with me.
Wow. Wow.
And just thinking about that right now is just like, wow, the power
Yeah.
that we have within us is just
Yes.
absolutely amazing. And the essential oils helps to magnify
Hmm.
that power that we have within us.
Yeah.
So that's
It
beautiful.
does.
That's
Which is
awesome.
wonderful. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's amazing. There's another oil called Present Time. I just got that oil because, um, as I was sharing, one of my friends that was here, and she was just all over the place trying to figure out exactly what it was that she needed to do. And I
Mhm.
pulled that Present Time oil out and I said, "Here, breathe this in 3 times." And she got into such a zen focus on writing her biography,
Wow.
and she wrote 10 pages. She went and lay down for about 30 minutes, woke back up, and she was done at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Once that final last thought flowed from her mind through her fingertips into the laptop, and then she completed the process. And I told her, I said, "You see that? That is present time. It zoned you totally in on what
Wow.
was most important at the moment." It was
That is
beautiful
just
just watching her.
beautiful.
Yes, yes.
I love
That
all
was
the
beautiful.
blended oils. They're like signature oils, how they're like good for this one specific thing. Like you said, present time, and you have believe, and then you have um, what was the other one? Trauma life, and all of these
Yeah.
other oils. And one of my favorite oils is actually joy.
Right.
I love joy, and I love stress away. The one like you roll on your, it just it's. I love these beautiful, sweetly scented oils. Like I love these fruity and sweet oils. Those are like my favorite. And then I love lavender. I love peppermint. There's so many. I love peace and calming. They're all just wonderful.
Yeah.
And peace
Yes,
and
they are.
calming, it does quiet you down. It does chill you out. And because my nephew, he's 10 now, but I started using the oils back when he was about 3 or 4.
Right.
And if he come, I'm not big on medicine at all. I'm not big on that. I don't take it myself, and I don't give it to children. So one day he was over. He was a little bit hyper, and I said, Would you like some peace and calming?" And he's like, "Sure." And then he started putting it on, and then he come over again. I'm like, "You want some peace? If you don't calm down, I'm gonna give you some peace and calming." He was like, "Okay, TT. Okay, TT. Just give me some peace and calming." So
That's so beautiful.
it was just so funny. It was so funny. And so I got him to start using the oils. I've been using
Wow.
the oils. My mom uses the oils religiously, just like I do. Like they're part of my everyday regimen. I can't imagine life without them. It's like I have to have these oils because they
Right.
have done so many great things for me, and I'm just grateful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you
That's,
use the oils with your massage clients? How do they like them?
oh yeah. Oh, they love them, especially
Mhm.
after when as I sit and I listen to what are their major concerns. First of all, when they first come to me, they know that I am all about emotional release and harmonizing and balancing. And what we do is we go on a journey, a dream journey, and we go back into the womb. We go back to the stage when they buried their heart. And there's key oils that I use as we're going step by step with
Mhm.
restoring the heart back into the person, forgiving, releasing, and letting go, and harmonizing, and begin to gather back the intricate parts of themselves that have been stolen or taken away from other people or circumstance or situation. So over a period of time, they began to feel more and more whole and complete and beautiful and wonderful and radiant, and just, and it's amazing to watch and see the transformation when they come off of that table. Now,
Mhm.
sometimes one session, it can take at least 2 hours
Wow.
for to really get down into the nitty gritty, because that first hour, we are just going in and bringing that person into a place where they're actually comfortable with the process. They want it, but the subconscious is like scared or nervous. So we had to take it one step and listen to each aspect, every cell, every membrane, every organ, to make sure
Wow.
everything is in harmony. Because what happens is those emotions get tucked away into the liver, into the pancreas, into the stomach, into the uterus. I mean, these things are hidden all throughout the system. So
Wow,
you
that's
have to go
amazing.
in. Yeah, you had to go in and you got to actually talk to that organ and say, all right, you are in a safe place. Now you can go ahead and release and let go. And once that person release and let go, you can't leave them there. You had to transplant good, wholesome things in its place. So when they're done with their session, they feel so radiant. And when they look at themselves in the mirror, they see a totally different person than the person that was just on that table an hour or two before.
That is
So,
amazing.
yes,
So
yes. And I,
you not only do the massage for them with the oils and the aromatherapy, but you actually do spiritual work with them and emotional and mental work.
oh yeah, because
That's
I'm like a
amazing.
spiritual birther. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I help you, help them birth their vision, birth their dream, birth their aspiration, clear away whatever's holding back, keeping them from being able to achieve those things that they have set their heart and their intention to move forward in. Get to the root. That's the key thing. You want to get to the root. What is the root cause of what's holding them back? And then once you can get to the root, you can deal with all the offshoots and the other little plants and everything else that's connected too. And
That
it,
is
with
amazing.
each session, oh yes, I mean it's been a beautiful, beautiful thing watching people just come from those experiences totally transformed. And they have an oil called transformation. And it's amazing to watch that oil just resonate with that individual. And they just transform right before their own eyes as they look at themselves in the mirror.
That is beautiful. That is
Yes.
absolutely wonderful. Are there any other services that you offer? You do the massage and you do, is there anything else?
I'm also a Reiki master, and I do a lot of energy clearing and harmonizing and balancing with the crystals.
Mhm.
Also, with the feather, I do Native American feather work, where we began to connect with the ancestors, clear away the passageway so that way for the communication becomes clearer and stronger with the ancestors. Also, we walk the mountains back to where that person originally came from to heal the ancestral lineage
Mhm.
that's connected to that individual. There's so many things that are interconnected with that, which is so amazing because as with on an individual basis, as I'm doing an interview with that person, I get a clear understanding as to what are the key things that needs to be worked through, released, and harmonized. Was there some kind of abuse, or was the mother abused, or different things that are hidden away
Mhm.
in the cellular structure inside the body. And as you
Wow.
begin to use those key essential tools like the crystals, the feathers, the oils, they all water, they all work together harmoniously to bring total restoration to that individual. So,
Wow. That
yes.
is just amazing. So if someone's interested in your services, how would they reach out to you?
Well, one of the best ways to reach me is through my email, which is 11joyfulness, JoyFullness at gmail.com. I mean, I'm on Facebook and I do have a website, but I like it better when people send me an email because my phone will alert me immediately that someone wants to get in touch with me. So
Okay.
that's the best way.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for all the enlightenment about essential oils and your journey with them and how they help us. So thanks again for being a guest on Awakening with Katina Love.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Audience, thank you for tuning in. Namaste.
Namaste.